afternoon, everybody. All five of you. I'm Greg Loomis. I'm a realtor with Sandals Realty here in town. And our driver is Jack Hurst. H-U-R-S-T, like the Hurst shifter. Remember that from your youth? 4 on the floor and a 5th under the seat. And I can promise you, it's there. I saw it when I got on. So we're going to have a party today. We're all in luck. We just left Fisherman's Village. Fisherman's Village has been there for about 33 years. But well before that time, it used to be called the Maud Street Dock. Maud Street Dock because Maud Street goes right up to it. That's the name of the street right there. Way back in the early days, it was a fish camp, a fuel storage. But the townspeople like to go out there and swim. It hadn't been dredged out the way it is today, so people could swim there very comfortably, and they did. But one of the local ladies clubs, the Ladies Civic Improvement Association, decided that it was lacking something. It didn't have a bathhouse, and they wanted to build a bathhouse. Now, they had available labor, that being their husbands, but they didn't have enough funds available to build it. So they thought, well, okay, they got their heads together, what can we do to earn the money to build this bathhouse? Well, these crazy ladies decided to stage a contest between rattlesnakes and black snakes or king snakes. They charged 25 cents a head. People did come. They did earn the money. They did get the bathhouse built. For about 10 cents, you could rent a pair of swimming suits. They called them hose then. For 25 cents, you would get a room and the hose. So it was a cheap deal, but you know, 25 cents back in those days, and the 1920s was probably tough to come by. But the ladies first decided, okay, we got the bathhouse built, now we have to have some rules, and the rules were against the men. There'd be no mud throwing, no ball playing, no swearing, no drinking, and no dancing. Except when the Civic Improvement Association decided to hold a dance, which they did, and then there was dancing out on the dock. And a wonderful time was had by all. Right now we're in Punta Gorda Isles. How many are natives here? Y'all are not natives, but you live here? Everybody live here? Peter does? How about you folks? Where are you from?
Upstate New York.
Upstate New York. Oh, I bet you know where Allentown, Pennsylvania is. That's where I grew up. How about you folks in the back?
Plattsburgh, New York.
Plattsburgh, New York. Yeah, I've not been to Plattsburgh.
It's home.
I'm trying to think where it lies geographically in the state.
South of Montreal.
So,
And across from Burlington.
okay,
It's
okay.
about halfway between Albany and Montreal.
Wow, okay, that's up to. I used to go to Glen Smalls
Yep.
on occasion.
North.
Further north than that? Yeah.
Used to be a big Air Force base there.
Oh, okay. Plattsburgh Air Force Base. All right, good. You know, my chances of getting up there as the years go by are becoming slimmer and slimmer because, boy, do I like this weather down here. I've been here since '03 and I'm not leaving. My wife goes back to Kentucky. That's where we came from here, to here. She goes up about twice a year. I have yet to go. She says, don't you like your grandchildren? I said, of course I do. They can come visit me. That's why I moved here. But if you would Google Earth and Google in Punta Gorda and look at it from the satellite's point of view, you'd be looking out where we are right now, which is Punta Gorda Isles, on a big large landmass that extends out into Charlotte Harbor. That's Punta Gorda Isles. And that, as the Spanish would say, is the Punta Gorda, the fat point. That's where we are now. And in 1958, two men, Al Johns and Wilbur Cole, came out here and walked all around through here, and they were visionaries, and they said, okay, one day we see a vast array of canals with beautiful homes for people to retire. And that is what you have out here today. My parents moved here in 1979. I knew one day after coming here that when I had earned the right, then I would move to Punta Gorda also. They're not here, but I am. And boy, do I love it. My wife is a school teacher. She's a retired school teacher from Kentucky. Went to high school with Larry Flint. I got one giggle. Yes. 2 years ahead of her, but in the same school. He knew well. And she got down here, and after 1 year of being retired, she says, what am I going to do? You go to work every day. You're not here. It's boring. So she went back teaching school. She's in her 6th year and going to teach one more. Little 3rd graders. She loves them. You folks from upstate New York, you here for 6 months, or you here for a week, or what? 6 months. First time. Are you renting? Did you buy? Where'd you buy? Venice. Oh, that's nice up there. They say that the people in Punta Gorda are old, but their parents live in Venice. You know, I learned that in real estate quickly when I was. Okay. On our right here is a bit of Venice, you might say. This is Levante, and it is very much like something you would find down in Naples. And it is about 500 condominiums in there, gated, and very, very secure. I, as a realtor, have to give my firstborn just to go through the gates. It's that tough. And it wasn't always that way, but it is now, and I'm glad it is, because it's a good selling point. I sold probably a half a dozen in there at about $450,000 5 years ago.
Wow.
Those same units are going for around 180 now. They were going for 150 about 6 months ago. The market is coming back, and particularly in there. It's a wonderful place. We're heading out to Ponce de Leon Park, named after that gentleman who came here, that Spanish man in 1513, named Ponce de Leon. Ponce de Leon had a first name. You get that gold ring. We're going out here for 2 reasons. Number one, it's a wonderful place to come to see some breathtakingly beautiful sunsets. And you better get here a little bit early, because the people get out here and pack it, because they are beautiful. Secondly, is the Peace River Wildlife Center, which will be on our immediate right as soon as we get to the park, right up ahead here. The Peace River Wildlife Center is a hospital/rehab center/ final resting place for wildlife. Mainly birds in there, although we have some little tiny birds. Up close and personal, they have 2 in there. And they're absolutely beautiful and immense. And they'll be there for the rest of their lives. Each one of them only has 1 wing. And when they fly in circles. And so obviously they can't get food if they can only fly in circles. The great horned owl is in there, even bigger than the bald eagles. They have about 3 of them. They're huge. It exists solely on your donations. It's free to walk through. They do ask for a donation, and that's how they exist. If you have any extra cans you want to bring them out here, that's how they turn that into cash. But it's a beautiful place, well kept and well run. After Hurricane Charlie, we put a beach in out here. This is the Punta Gorda Beach. You don't want to swim here. You can wade a little bit. It's kind of rocky. But bring your Kindle out and an umbrella and sit there and just enjoy reading. And many beautiful boats come out of here on this inlet here to our immediate front from Punta Gorda Isles. They go out that channel, and there's that fellow fishing there is right at the edge of the channel. 2 more steps and he's over his head. They have a nature walk here to our right that goes back through the woods or through the trees.